Boom, rocks in your room. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about some planes, trains, automobiles, and maybe some scooters. Also, what does Robinhood and the stock brokering industry have in common with the real estate industry? I'm going to be going into some of that as well on the Hot Tips 101 and Real Estate News for Real People Today. I'm Rock, Florida. I'm a consumer advocate, change agent, champion of for sale by owners. If you think you can do it, you can. If you don't think you can do it, then stick around. I'm here to give people courage through uncomfortable action. If you're a homeowner of the information age who's interested in learning some more about maximizing your profit on your greatest investment, minimizing the stress in the process, or if you just want to know more about how to sell your home on your own, you're in the right place. And today's hot tip, number 15 of 101. How is the transportation system in your community? Okay, how far are you from the major highways? Where is the next largest city? How far is it to the things that they may be needing to get to? How developed or advanced or underdeveloped is your area's public transportation system? That's becoming a lot more prevalent topic it was more so when gas was $3 or $4 a gallon, I'm sure, but it's going to be coming again, and people are giving a lot more consideration to how they and their family, their children, and community are getting around in it. What's the proximity to your public transportation access or subway stations? What are some alternative transportation opportunities that your community has? I know one thing that we have that is a great blessing in our local community is right down at the park, there are always a bunch of these little solar powered electric scooters that my children love to scoot around in. Now, I remember back in the day when you could get around LA all day on a buck. You could just get a day pass. And for $1, my mom remembers when you can get around San Diego for $0.25. So times are changing. It's a little more expensive, and a lot of transportation has gone beyond inflation. But we have to keep up and we have to get around. We're mobile. We want to know. So in whatever narrative that you're putting together to represent your greatest asset, then remember, how easy or quick or challenging can it be to get out of the house? So, hey, selling your house on your own is not difficult. More and more people are needing to know more and more about how to do it effectively and successfully. So I've put everything that you need on one sheet of paper, everything in the link below. Okay. And I've also got the ebook that I want to give you. It's How to 101 Tips, How to Successfully Sell Your Home on Your Own. Okay, come and get it. It's down below. Like, dislike, ask questions, comment. Feel free to engage a practicing professional in what they would do if they were you. That would be somebody like me. But also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put a lot of good stuff there. And now we're going to transition into real estate news for real people. And today I was stricken by a article that came out in Inman News that is, and in your area, you're going to find that there are a variety of real estate agency options. Okay, some areas more than others. But I want to make sure that people are aware of their alternative options, that people want choices. We all want choices. There's analysis paralysis, and there's also overextension of choices. But in this article, the headline is Tech Brokerage See Bundling Salaries as the future of real estate. Okay. Bundling and salaries. So what does this mean for you, homeowner of the information age? Well, first, I want to touch on something that's going on that is rampant in the media currently, which is the stock market. And by golly, I watched my Dogecoin go up 800% yesterday in one day, and the GameStop and all this other stuff that is causing class action activity against Robinhood and its proprietors. Now, I am a client of Robinhood. I'm not sponsoring or sponsored by them. But here's what happened with me yesterday is one of the reasons I use Robinhood is because I don't have any brokerage fees, right? I can just buy and sell. I can day trade if I want to. My 15-year-old is quite adept at making profit off of watching what's going up and what's coming down. Now, used to, you had to have someone to exchange your stocks. You didn't know what was going on with stock, and you paid somebody a brokerage fee, right? So again, technology is changing all this, and we can do more and more ourselves with our own time, energy, and resources in our own brains. So I'm encouraging folks to use that towards the end of more real estate, because that's my vocation. And I would like to unbundle what it is that I touched on this some over the past couple of days, what full service real estate is. Now, when you're hiring a real estate agent, a lot of times people just go with who they trust, right? Because they happen to be, they happen to know they're a real estate agent, and they assume that they know how to fill in all the right blanks and walk them through the transaction properly. But that's becoming eroded more and more by brand orientation and clickbaiting and other things where people are being converted from leads and managed as cattle, quite frankly. And I'm sorry, but it's true. But so the flat or full service real estate brokerage, I'm going to go through the list of services that another brokerage offers. I have my own list, which include most of this, but then some, because I believe in going above and beyond. But free broker consultation and price opinion. By the way, a CMA, a comparative market analysis, this is the only thing that a real estate agent can give you of any real value, because they can't charge you, okay? Outside of any direct agency agreement or compensation agreement. So a price opinion, home staging consultation to walk you through and tell you where things should go and what you should do with getting your home in proper order to show. Custom home measurement and floor plan. Professional photography, drone photography and video, 3D walkthrough, 3D Matterports are what we use, magazine quality home brochures, full motion virtual tours, Facebook marketing, digital advertising, multiple listing service, YouTube video, published blog article on their website, syndication across Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, national portals, home listing placed on local real estate company websites, eye-catching for sale sign, central showing service, electronic lockbox, contract negotiations, and transaction management. Now, if you want a breakdown of that list, I've got one for you. Just ask me for it. But again, I think that, and I've found that today's consumers are more and more capable and more educated and more willing to do some or all of these themselves. So with the bundling of real estate services, one of the things that you can do as a homeowner of the information age, more people should take more time researching their agency construct and fees. Bottom line. More people spend more time shopping for their mortgage than they do for their agent representative, okay? But to that end, which of these services do you actually need, okay? Showing support? Do you want to take the calls? I'm an advocate that oftentimes if you are properly educated and know how to respond ably, then you're the best representative of your home for sale. And maybe you should be the one talking directly to the buyers. Maybe you're not, maybe it would be best if the scheduling came to you directly, because much of your family is stuck at home these days. So that won't always be the case. But while they are, and while we're transitioning into this, maybe you're the best representative to schedule your showing. Maybe you don't have a problem with that. So one of the things that in many marketplaces, there are already alternative brokerage models set up that are going to give you these choices. You don't just have to do it on your own. You can pay for select portions of support services to be provided to whatever extent. Most people think, well, gee, if I'm doing it by myself, I just have to pay per MLS, and what do they even do? Well, oftentimes they're limited service agencies, and they're going to have to facilitate paperwork. They don't necessarily have to do transaction management, but they do have to provide you with the paperwork. And they may or may not channel leads to you but you need to know what level or extent to which you're willing to provide your own services, because you should. You should be willing to do it all and pocket 24 grand over about 30 hours, because that's about how much work it takes. I've done this long enough that the average transaction will take you somewhere around 30 hours of intentional action to get it sold over about a 3-month period. And if you'd like to know more about some of that, I can show you. I'm here to coach people through what they may be uncomfortable with to actually ensuring success and feeling. How would you like to feel like a real estate professional? You know what that would take? It's not difficult. Getting paid. If you were the one getting paid for selling your real estate, how would that make you feel? And that's what I want to encourage people to embrace the opportunity for. So unbundle the real estate services and ask how many of those are negotiable. How many of those are you willing to do of your own accord? And be willing to go into that. And, if you have questions about what you may be aptly suited towards more so, feel free to call me, because there's really 2 types of sellers and buyers. And it's not difficult. Which one are you? There's 4 types of for sale by owners and how they will respond once they're on the market, but there's 2 types of people, and you will want to have a script and familiarity with what the process entails so that you can be successful. So I hope this has been of some benefit for you. Do feel free to ask questions, comment, like, dislike, but subscribe to my stuff, and I'll make sure that you are educated, empowered, and maybe even entertained in the process. So I really do pray blessings on you and your house, and make it a great day. All right. Bye-bye.